So the first thing we're going to learn is we're going to learn how to prevent rage in a street fight. You have to go into this fight dispassionately. Got to do what I got to do. You're not angry. Bruce Lee got into many altercations. Dan was around during most of them. He told me, Paul, do you know when most of Bruce's fights occurred? It wasn't in a dojo. It wasn't this big dramatic thing where some guy walks in the door, opens it up. I challenge you, Bruce. You know, it's nothing. It wasn't like that. You know where he fought? In cars, driving. Because he was such a terrible driver. So he cut everybody off. And here's Bruce with his big Coke bottle glasses. And Bruce had a terrible temper. So he'd be out there flipping everybody off. And maybe, you know, we picture Bruce under a waterfall. Me, you know. Get out of here. I'm sorry. No. And Bruce had this terrible temper. And Dan said, oh, he would be yelling and screaming behind that car. And he'd be yelling to pull a guy over. Paul, his range would be like this. And then the guy would pull out of the car, big truck driver, and he'd get out. And Bruce would get out, and Bruce would slam the door in rage. He'd get out, and as soon as Bruce would put his hands up and be like, move around, start laughing. Get your hands up, bam, no, a little higher. You know, he's talking to the guy. He said, one day, Paul, we were in the middle of the street. Bruce was fighting. He turned over and he looked at me and he goes, oh, I like that song, Dan. Could you turn that up? In the middle of a fight. He's in the middle of the street and he overheard the song and he's asking Dan to turn it up. Okay? It's just totally this rage that occurred inside that car. The minute he stepped into the street, it just went, and then just started moving around and relaxed. Okay? So that's the idea. You may get enraged in a fight, but you've got to be able to control that rage. Okay? Now, the second thing is fear. Okay? What are we afraid of? Anybody? Raise your hands. What are we afraid of? Yes, Sam. Okay? Okay, you're getting hurt. Fear of injury. Okay? So how is that injury going to happen? Okay? Do we know how? Do we know how we're going to get injured in a fight? Hell no. He could take you down and arm lock you and choke you out. He could be left hook you. He could kick you. So what is it we're really afraid of? The unknown. Anticipation of what is going to happen. Because you know why? Because I don't know when you're going to hit me. You might tackle me and hit me, or you might hit me with a hooker. So you don't know what he's going to do, and you don't know how he's going to do it or when he's going to do it. So you're afraid. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how we can know when our opponent's going to hit us. And if I can teach you when the opponent is going to hit you in a fight, you're not afraid anymore. Okay? It's like, oh, you're going to hit me now? Well, excuse me, let me get my defense up. Okay? It just becomes a very simple thing. All right? Now, I'm going to tell you one principle. There are only 3 times that your opponent can ever hurt you. So of all this myriad of opportunities, and you're so worried, and what's he going to do, and how's he going to do it, and is it going to be a hard style or a soft style, or is he going to tackle me, is it a linear style, is it kung fu or karate, or who is he, what's he going to do to me, look at those tattoos, oh my God. Instead of all that stuff, okay, it's just going to be, hey bro, you only got 3 times you can hit me, let's see which one, let's go. Okay, you know what those are? Either before, during, or after. Before, during, or after, that's it. So when you get into this fight, and if you know, you move around with somebody and you know, okay? No, not now. No. And that's what Bruce Lee used to do. Dan would tell me when I would spar with Bruce, it was so frustrating. Because you'd move around like this, sometimes he'd just whack and just hit you, and you're like, jeez. And then you'd start to move, and he'd just shuffle in, and just boom. He'd just put his hand on your head like this, and then he'd say, spin kick? No, come on, Dan. Not the spin kick. Move around again. The jab, a better idea, but still poor form. You know, so he knew everything that anybody was going to do before they did it, because he could read these people. Because Bruce understood that you're only going to hit me before, during, or after. So he was not really intimidated. He controlled his rage. He controlled his fear. He had that homeostasis he needed. Okay? So that's what we're going to teach you to do. Okay. Hey, what's up, bro? Get you over here. Yep. Okay, now, throw a jab at me. Okay, now, back up a little bit. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to tell me, am I hitting him before, during, or after? Go. Boom. Just one at a time and then chill. Okay? You don't have to tell me this time. Huh? Okay? So I see what he's doing, and I'm controlling it. It's either after, during, or excuse me, that is before, or during. So I'm learning to read him. What strike is with them reading, by the way? Why the jab? What did we just establish 20 minutes ago? It's the toughest, fastest thing to read. So if you can read the jab, everything else is easy. Okay? So what I want you to do is I want this. Boom, boom. That's all I want you to do. Boom, boom. You don't even have to parry it. In fact, I'd rather you just go, get your head out of the way. And you don't have to cooperate. Just whip it. Yep. That's all I want. Boom. Just after. You see it coming in, and you go after. Okay? Questions? Okay, let's do it. Okay, now watch. Hank, let me jab. Right lead, please. Okay, so half speed. Boom. And retract it. Bam. 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 Boom. So watch the difference. Scream it out. Stand that side so they can see here. No. Before, during, or after part. All right. Give him a little wait time in between. Go pop, pop, and then wait a little bit. Okay. You need to be able to look and say, what are you doing? Schedule an attitude. No, come on, bro. Not that shit. You know? I see it. You see it coming. You can't have the attitude, what did you do? I'll kick you. When you have that attitude, all the stuff we learn goes down the window. I cannot teach you guys any new martial arts until I teach you how to stop erasing your martial arts when you get into a fight. Okay? So we got to control this. We got to stop fluctuating between rage and fear in a fight. And we got to keep it very dispassionate. And the way we keep it dispassionate is to be able to look at this person and read them. Okay? It's not like, oh shit, look at those tattoos. The size of, oh my God, he's screaming. He's yelling. Okay? Don't worry about all that. When you